PC number 463, 5 seconds. Start. So, many farmers are not able to obtain the advantage of minimum support prices because procurement centers are sometimes at a considerable distance from their farms and villages. We intend to increase the number of procurement centers so that eventually every Kisan will have access to a procurement center within 10 kilometers of his village. The rural roads network will also be strengthened in a phased manner. Kisans, particularly those engaged in the farming of perishable farm commodities, are often denied a fair share of the value of their produce because of the very perishability of their produce. The only answer lies in expanding rural godowns and cold or cooled storage facilities. To this end, a special program is being instituted for the extension of institutional credit on attractive terms for the establishment of cold or cooled storage facilities in rural areas. There is scope for sustainability, improving credit facilities for the farm community. We propose four specific steps in this regard. First, we must rectify the problem of credit not being available to members of cooperatives because of the cooperatives to which they belong having become ineligible or NABARD refinance. We have decided to open with effect from the ensuing Rabi season a special line of credit of rupees 100 crores through cooperative and commercial banks, which will be unmarked exclusively for scheduled caste and scheduled tribe farmers. Second, scales of finance for short-term production credit will be revised annually so that the credit made available to the farmer fully meet the recommended doses of inputs at current prices to meet his cultivation requirements. Third, a special credit regime is being instituted for Kisans in rain-fed farming areas covered by watershed development programs. The new regime will operate on the basis of ensuring the availability of credit through a 3 to 5 years circle so as to even out the inherent risk involved in good and bad monsoon years appearing in a cycle in such areas. The special credit regime will take into account problems of overdues which arise within a clinical period to ensure an adequate flow of credit in support of viable crop production and other allied activities. This regime will be reinforced by a major program of watershed development in rain-fed farming areas. The fourth step is essentially procedural, which Kisans will immediately recognize as being of the utmost importance to their requirements. The National Agricultural Credit Relief Fund will devise a comprehensive relief policy based on the special characteristics of production and the severity of damage in different agroclimate zones. Through the rescheduling of loans and waivers of interest and principal in defined circumstances, the credit needs of farmers in different zones will be kept in view. While we have invested astronomical sums of money in land improvement and irrigation, our management of land and water resources has been so poor as to render the benefit secured as below the optimum achievable. We propose to take a number of steps to improve the management of our land and water resources. During the next 5 years, irrigation waters will be made available on an assured basis to an additional 1 crore hectares of land in the command areas of canal projects. The authorities concerned will be held responsible for water reaching the farmers in assured quantities and at the right time. Also, 10 lakh tube wells and dug wells are to be constructed every year, and 5 lakh hectares will be covered annually for the program of desilting and maintenance of village tanks and ponds. Second, the productivity of unirrigated land is to be enhanced through effective watershed development and moisture conservation. This program will extend to 50 lakhs hectares during the 8th plan. Third, 25 lakh hectares of Barani land will be reclaimed at the rate of 5 lakh hectares a year. We need not wait for the commencement of the 8th plan to take up these projects. A beginning should be made this year itself. Plasticulture holds vast potential for increasing agricultural productivity. The use of plastics are many, especially in irrigation, storage, and packaging. Existing plasticulture schemes will be substantially expanded. It is proposed to extend incentives for the installation of sprinkle of drip irrigation systems to all farmers. During the 8th 5-year plan, 1 lakh additional sprinkler systems and 1 lakh drip irrigation systems will be installed to optimize the use of scarce water resources. Good seeds are the basic foundation of higher agricultural productivity. The new seed policy is under implementation, and the buffer stock being built will ensure that Kisans have access to high quality seeds and planting material at a reasonable cost. We are particularly concerned about small, marginal, and SC/ST farmers. With effect from Rabi 1989-90, supply of improved seeds will be ensured. Agricultural research is simply not getting the attention or priority it needs. We are reconstituting the Indian Council of Agricultural Research, and I shall take over as its president. we have two major objectives in mind.